So when it comes to building a website with WordPress, one of the nice things is the ability to get in and start customizing things. But with OceanWP, we can really get in and start creating our own custom headers and footers. And today I'm going to show you how you can take the free version of Elementor, the Elementor add-ons for OceanWP, and start creating feature-rich headers for your WordPress websites. Well, my name's Paul C, and this is WPTuts, and if you want to get more out of WordPress, consider subscribing and smashing that bell icon below to be notified every time new content is added. Now, before we kick this video off, there's one thing I want to say. At the time of recording this and for the next few days, there's a lovely 45% discount across the board for everything on OceanWP. So if you are considering grabbing it, use the link in the description below. Grab yourself a nice 45% saving, whether that's for one plugin or right across the board, and get the lifetime unlimited plan and start building better websites with OceanWP. Okay, so now we're going to jump over into the dashboard and we're going to see how we can go through the process of using Elementor as some of the functions inside the Elementor add-on for OceanWP and take advantage of how we can use that to create custom headers. So let's just jump over into the dashboard and see how we can start building out those custom headers right now. Taking a look at the site that we're working with, you can see we have a very basic header. We've got a text logo, nothing in there being styled, and we've got some basic navigation and a search bar over on the right hand side. So we want to go in and start to customize this and create something that's just a little bit more of our own. To do that, we're going to jump back over into the dashboard. And once we're in the dashboard, we're not going to go through to the template setting, which is what you expect if you're using Elementor. We're going to come under the theme panel, and under there we've got My Library. Once we go in there, we've got the ability now to create library files for various different parts of the OceanWP theme. In this example, we're just going to be using it for the header section, but you can use it for the footer, the very top section, above the header, all these kinds of things. We can use templates. It's one of those things that makes OceanWP incredibly easy and versatile straight out of the box. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to click on Add New, and we're going to create our new navigation section. So we're going to call this Header OWP. Once we've done that, we're going to come down and set some parameters for OceanWP. First thing I want to do is disable any margins, and the second thing I want to do is set it to 100% full width. Then we're going to do on the post attributes under the template, we're going to click on there and we're going to say we want to use the Elementor canvas. Now the reason we're doing all this is because we want something that has no styling applied to it, so we've got no margins, everything is full width so we can control that ourselves, and the Elementor canvas means that we've got a completely blank slate to work with. And once we've done that, we're simply going to click on either publish, or we can click on creating this as a draft. It doesn't really matter which way we do it because this is a demonstration site and no one's really going to see it. So we'll hit publish and we'll publish again. So we've got everything in place. Now we're ready to start with Elementor. So let's open that up. Now I'm using the free version of Elementor. This isn't the pro version, but providing you have the pro version of OceanWP, so you have all the extensions, or you buy the Elementor extension for OceanWP, you're going to get access to a completely new panel. So if you look on the left hand side, you'll see we've got OceanWP Elements, which is the plugin that we're talking about. And as you can see, everything is highlighted in blue and we've got a ton of options available to us in there. Lots of different things we can do. So this is a pretty cool setup. So the first thing we're going to do is create the layout for our header. Come over, we're going to create a new section and we're going to break this up into 3 component parts. To start off with, we're going to have a logo on the left, search bar in the middle, and a welcome message or a login message on the right hand side. So with all these things in place, we're now ready to start building out the various different things. So let's just select this row. Get rid of that message, select this row, we're going to come to the layout, and what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that the content position is set to middle, so everything will align across in the middle. Everything will look nice and neat and tidy. So the first thing we want to drop in is the logo. So it's very easy to do. We're going to come to the Ocean Elements, and from there we're going to find the logo option. So we're going to scroll through until we find the logo, and there we go, there's logo. Drag and drop that into the place. Now, at the moment, we don't have a logo assigned to our theme. We'll correct that a little later on, but for now, it's going to drop in there the basic text for us. So we can use that as a placeholder. Now we've got the options to go through and set everything up on there. We'll leave that for a moment because I'll take you through and show you exactly where we drop the logo in. So there's the first element. Next thing we want to do is drop in the search bar. So let's come back over to our widgets. We're going to come in and we're going to search for search. And we want the Ajax search. Now this is highlighted in blue, so that basically means this is part of the OceanWP widgets. Anything that's just in gray or black, whatever you kind of see on your screen, that's a standard widget that's part of Elementor. So we'll drag the Ajax search over, drop that into the middle. We'll leave those settings for now. And the final thing we want to do is click, come back to this, and we're going to drop in there the logged in, logged out option. So we scroll down through, you'll see we've got login form, lost password, and so on. But what we're actually looking for is logged in, out. So I'm going to drag that, drop that into the top right hand side. And there we go. There's that section set up in there. So now we can do a couple of things with these different sections. We can go through and style things out. But before we do, let's put the menu in there. So the next thing we're going to do is simply come up. We're going to add in a new row. This time it's going to be a single row column. This is going to be our navigation element. Again, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to select that. We're going to come over to the options for column gap. This time we're going to set that to be no gap. So there's the basics. Now we can come back over and we can search through for the navigation widget. So we've got two options. We've got a vertical and we've got a horizontal navigation widget. We want the horizontal. I'm going to drag and drop that into there. And you can see that now drops in our navigation and also a search bar, which we can get rid of a little later inside the customizer itself. Let's just adjust the alignment on there. And there's the basic elements now for our layout. What we're going to do is we're going to click on update on there. And we've now saved that out. Now you can see it tells us this widget is the main menu for your custom header style. In other words, this is using the main navigation menu from what you set up inside WordPress itself, and you assign that to be the main menu. Okay, so there's the basic elements in place. Let's add a little bit of padding around these top options. So select that, and what we're going to do is we're going to come into advanced, and we're going to come over and we're going to set this to have some padding of 15 top and 15 bottom. Now we're going to adjust this a little later if we need to. Okay, so there's the first part. The second thing we're going to do is come in and we're going to use a shortcode now, which is part of OceanWP, that allows us to create customized content. If you want to see all the shortcodes that are available, there's a link in the description below, and you can see we've got all these different shortcodes we can use. What we want is the OceanWP current user. So we can just simply highlight that, we'll copy that, and we'll jump back over to WordPress. I'm going to click the content section, we're going to drop that in there, OceanWP current user. You can see that now replaces it with my logged in details. Now obviously it's using my logged in details because I'm currently logged into the admin, but anybody that's logged in will see this welcome message. What we can also do is set the logged out message. So what you can do is you can say, please register or log in. And then you can set those to be links to do whatever you kind of want, and we'll drop those over to the right hand side. Same for the logged in, set that to right hand side. If you want to style those, we can simply come to the style section. We can also, if we want to, select a menu to sit underneath that welcome message. So currently it says no menu, but we could create a custom message that has things like, a custom menu that has things like your account details and all those kinds of things. You can see if we select that, that will immediately put that navigation element, that menu section underneath our welcome back message. So there's some cool options there available. For this example, I'm going to take that off there. What we're going to do is we're going to style this up a little bit. And again, you can see we've got the options for normal and we've got hover. We can set link colors and so on. Let's just adjust the typography. What we're going to do is we're going to adjust the size of this just to be a little smaller. And what we can also do is come back over and we can use any kind of HTML code in here. So if we want to, we can set this to be bold just by simply using strong. And there we go. That will now embolden that particular section at the top. So these shortcodes are very useful when you're working with OceanWP. You can do quite a lot of really cool things. So I'd recommend taking a look at those shortcodes and seeing ways you can integrate those into your work process. So there's the welcome back message or the login message. So we've got that set up. Next thing I want to do is come over to the search bar. We're going to select this. We're going to center it. What we're going to do is we're going to set this to a percentage width, and we'll set that to 100%. That's now going to fill out that particular placeholder we've got, that center column. Now the logo, like I say, we need to change that out because at the moment that's just using some text and we don't actually have anything assigned there. So let's just update this. What we're going to do is we're going to back out of here now and go to the customizer. So we're going to come out, exit to our dashboard. Once we've done that, we're going to come back over to appearance and come down to customize. And once we're in the customizer, what we're going to do is we're going to come in and we're going to choose the logo we want to work with. So all we need to do is come down onto the header section, come to logo, and you can see at the moment nothing is set up or assigned in there. So we're just currently using text. If we click on there, we can now choose any file we want. So I'm going to upload an image. We'll just add some alt text to that. And once we've done that, we'll click on select. We'll skip cropping and give it a second or so, and you can see that now we'll update and basically set up the logo the way we want. Now at the moment, we're just using a standard preset layout for the header section. So we don't need to change anything for the maximum width or height at this point. We'll just hit publish and we've now assigned the actual logo correctly. So we can come back out of the customizer and then just head back into the theme panel and back into my library, or we can just come in and edit with Elementor. Once we've done that, we'll go back in and we should see now that our logo has now been replaced. So we've got the proper logo, the search bar, the welcome back, and so on and so forth. Okay, so now we've done that, next thing we can do is create some styling for the actual navigation block itself. So we'll select that row, we'll come over to style, and what we'll do on there is we'll set a background color. So we're going to set that to be a pale gray, but obviously you can set this any way you want. You can do whatever you want to this. So let's quickly just apply a border. So we'll set that to be solid, and we'll set bottom of 1 pixel. Now this is more a case of just demonstrating how you can do this as opposed to any real design aesthetic to it, but it should show you how it's working. Okay, so we've now created our basic layout. Next thing we need to do is just quickly go through and make sure everything looks the way we want it to across the different devices. So we'll just come on to responsive mode, switch over to tablet, and we'll take a look at what's going on there. That's okay, it's not perfect, but it'll do for now. And if we come over to mobile view, you can see we've now got this navigation block at the bottom. We've got the welcome back, the search, and everything else. Doesn't look the best. I don't want the search bar on there because in the navigation for mobiles, it's already in there. And I want to set up this welcome back to be in a different position. So first of all, let's come over to our logo. We've got the option then to go through and set the different alignments on here based upon the device that we're working with. So we'll center that out on there. We'll also make it a little smaller. So we'll say we want this to be a max height of 42. What we're going to do is we're going to use a little piece of code that'll hide this search bar. Now before we do, let's just center out this last part. We'll center that out. That's looking good. And we'll just make sure that this is set to be 100% wide. And we do the same then for the top section, just to make sure that each of these cells maxes out and doesn't end up with some kind of weird effect where they kind of try to overlap with each other or any other kind of strange things happening. So there's the first two parts. We now want to get rid of this particular search bar. Now we can highlight this, and if we want to, we can come into advanced and we can use responsive, and we can hide this on tablets and hide it on mobiles if we want to. We can also use a little shortcode as part of the CSS. Now, if we look underneath the Advanced tab, underneath the Advanced section, we've got CSS ID and CSS classes. What we can do in the CSS classes is we can use a little piece of code, and that will hide anything we currently have selected. So in this example, we've got this row stroke column selected. What I'm going to do is come into the CSS classes, and we're going to use hide-tablet-mobile, and you can see that immediately hides that on the screen. So very easy to use and a nice little way of hiding relevant different pieces. So we do come back out of that, go back to tablet, you can see everything is back in place, come back to desktop, and again, everything is all in place. So we'll hit update, and we now have our customized header all set up. Next thing we need to do is actually set this to work inside OceanWP. It's really simple. All we need to do is come back out of this, exit to our dashboard. Once we're out of there, we're going to come back out of appearance and into customize. And once we're in the customize option, we're simply going to go in and tell OceanWP what header we want to use. So we'll come over to header. Once we're in there, we're going to go to general. And you can see currently it's set to style of minimal, which is what you're seeing at the top with the logo on the left-hand side and the navigation on the right. What we want to do though is set our own custom option. So we expand this out, we can choose custom header. When we do that, we open up a new option that says select a template to use for your custom header. Click on there, there's our header OWP. I'm going to click on that, and that will now add in our custom header. So you can see everything is now in place. We're going to remove this border from the bottom and remove this container to make sure everything goes full width for us. So everything is now set up the way we want. If we set this to be on a desktop and a tablet, and then switch over to a mobile, you can see all the relevant things are in place. We've hidden the bits we didn't want to see. Everything is looking pretty cool. And that's how easy it is to create your own custom header using a page builder like Elementor, even just using the free version, and then using that with OceanWP and OceanWP Elementor plugin. And you can then create your own custom headers and create your own custom footers and so on, and then use those directly inside OceanWP. So there we go, that's how easy it is to start to create your own custom headers inside OceanWP utilizing the power of the free version of Elementor. As always, if you want to get more from WordPress, check out these videos you can see in the corner right now. They're going to get you up to speed on great topics when it comes to expanding your knowledge. As always, my name's been Paul C, this has been WPTuts, and until next time, take care.